What up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and we are here, you guys, with a brand new season, you guys, of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, you guys, on Bravo, you guys. This is season 13, you guys. Can you believe it that we have been at this with Beverly Hills for 13 seasons? Now, I haven't been reviewing it the whole entire time, but hey, it is what it is, y'all. But this is one of my favorite shows when it comes to the Housewives franchise. So like I said, this is season 13, episode number 1, and the episode is titled The Eaglewoman Has Landed. So before we go ahead and get into this review, you guys, if you guys are watching this video or any other video on the channel and you guys aren't subscribed yet, then I need you guys to do me a solid favor and stop taking me out on this date and then having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know the routine. You can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning your post notifications on, and also by sharing the video, you guys. And with that out of the way, without further ado, let's go ahead and discuss the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, shall we? All right, you guys. So this episode, pretty good episode. I'm so happy that the girls are back. Yeah, our girls are back, and a bombshell kind of hit tonight. Well, today before this episode aired, I think it happened, but we'll get into it as we get into it. So, the episode. Oh, I don't know if I want to start there. Let's start up with Sutton real quick, you guys, because Sutton didn't give us a whole lot in this episode, but we see Sutton. So Sutton is talking to, she's at her store, and she's talking to the guy that works for her. You guys know how I feel about Sutton. You guys, I know everybody loves Sutton, but you guys know that I am someone that's just not the biggest fan of Sutton. And I've told you guys numerous amount of times why I don't see it for Sutton. It's the whole Southern Belle thing. I just don't rock with it. It's not for me. But Sutton, I will say Sutton is good for Beverly Hills. But she's, like I said, she's talking to the guy that works for her about a horse that she has. Her horse's name is Santos. Baby, I want to be as rich as Sutton is one day to be able to just buy a damn horse. Not rent one, not go to a wherever and just ride one. She actually bought one, right? So we also see as Jennifer Tilly came to visit her. You guys know that Sutton and Jennifer Tilly are good friends with each other, right? So they are talking about Sutton. So Sutton says that this year she wants to focus on her business, right? And she also wants to show her ex-husband her success because she doesn't want to just focus. She doesn't want to rely heavily on the man's money. And when they showed how much she gets from her spousal support every month, Sutton gets $300,000 a month in spousal support. Baby, I would never work. $300,000 a month? Jesus. Girl, no wonder you be buying. I mean, I want Sutton to do better with her clothing, but 300,000, you guys. 300,000. Do you know what I could do with that? I could $300,000 in a month. Shit, I could pay off my student loans and still have some money left over because Jesus. So Sutton is getting $300,000 a month, and that is 12 months. There are 12 months in a year. So Sutton is taking away $3.6 million from the ex. Jesus. 3.6 in a year. How much is that man worth? I need to look that up to see how much Sutton's ex-husband is worth because she is taking home, and shit, Sutton girl, don't you ever find you can date, have fun, date, don't ever get married. Because I know some people, I know in some states, if you do get married again, then that takes away your spousal support. Girl, don't do it. Don't do it. I did it. Don't do it. Don't do it, Sutton. Please don't do that. So let's pause here and move over to the next person, you guys. Next up, you guys, Erica Jane. Erica Jane, Erica Jane, Erica Jane. It's so much stuff that I want to say about Erica. The first thing that I want to say about Erica is, girl, the Ozempic. We'll talk about that in a minute because she says otherwise, but girl, that is Ozempic. If I ain't never saw Ozempic in my life, right? So we see Erica. So she talks about how she's in therapy. I was like, She said she's been in therapy for, 2 years now? I was like, girl, a lie, I don't care who tell it. Because if you were in therapy last season, you wouldn't have barked that crystal the way that you barked that crystal. Or even, everything that you have done, girl, you have not been in therapy, because a therapist wouldn't. I don't think a therapist would have went for you mixing, prescription medication and alcohol. So yeah, Erica, whoever you trying to sell that lie to, sell it to somebody else. But she was talking to her therapist, right? So Erica is saying that it's helping her. I was like, I doubt that it's helping you, baby girl, because I think that you're still a mean-spirited person. I still think you're cold as hell. So yeah, Erica, I think you're full of shit, but that's my personal opinion, guys. So they're talking about Tom, and I didn't even know that Tom had got indicted. I really hadn't kept up with Tom. I know that, with Tom got indicted, right? Congratulations. I'm so happy about that, right? I hope that whatever happens with that, I hope that those victims, get everything that they deserve. And I know Erica is looking at this as well, I wasn't indicted with him. Of course you're not indicted with him, because they can't prove if you had anything to do with it. But what they do know is that those ill-gotten funds that you live so lavishly off of came from his victims. Like, ugh. But you know what? If she want to feel the way that she wants to feel, I'm gonna let Erica have it. I'm gonna let her have it. As long as we don't talk about those victims, and she doesn't. Oh Jesus, that was lightning. And as long as she don't be as nasty as she's been over the last 2 seasons, we're good with Erica, right? So Erica did talk about the fact that Tom is older, and that he's probably gonna pass away. Okay, and like, I'm sorry, I don't give a fuck if Tom passes away. What I want for Tom to do is I want him to take his ass to prison, and I'm sure that's what she's probably trying to say, is that Tom will probably pass away in prison. Oh, well, girl, you do the crime, you do the time. Tom took money from his clients, so I don't give a damn if Tom is 82, 83, 84. However, the old Tom is, Tom needs to go to prison. So miss me with that. So I will say that with Erica, I don't necessarily, I think that Erica will feel sad about Tom passing away, yes. But I feel like, and this might be a terrible thing to say, but I also think that she might feel a sense of relief once he expires. That's just my personal opinions. But I definitely want you guys to tell me yours. So Erica also talks about the fact that she wants to be a better friend to her girlfriends, right? And she talked about what happened at BravoCon. And I'm going to bring that up in just a little bit, because it ties into what we just found out today, right? But you guys remember at BravoCon, which BravoCon is actually next week. But you guys know at BravoCon last year, how Andy has all the Bravo celebrities on the stage for episode of Watch What Happens Live, and they play the questions where they flip it around. And so someone had asked Erica, who did she think would be the next to divorce, right? And she said Dorit and PK. And so she feels a way about that. So she just wants to know how to be a better friend to her girls. I'm like, stop being such a cold, calculated, evil, deceptive woman. Easy, right? Well, it would be if it weren't Eric and Jane that we were talking about. But you guys, let me know what you guys think about that, and we shall pause here and move forward. All right, you guys. So I had to turn the light on because it was like really, really dark in here, even with this light on. So next up, you guys, let's talk about Garcelle. So we don't have a lot with Garcelle. So we see Garcelle. She's with her sons, Jax and Jade, right? And she is taking, she's going on a picnic with them. She stopped at a gas station and she taught one of her sons how to pump the gas. So they got in the car and then they went to the beach, right? So we find out that Garcelle has been going back and forth, between LA and Atlanta, because Garcelle has a show that films there. Now, I don't know what show it is, but congratulations to Garcelle. Now, I do know that Garcelle got some big things coming in the works, guy. I've definitely saw them on social media. So congratulations to Garcelle, girl. You're still working. One thing I will say, the one thing I just want to say about Garcelle, y'all know I love Garcelle. But with Garcelle, I absolutely detest her interview looks. I hate her interview looks. I hate her I actually hate her cast photo too. I hate her cast photo, but what I will say is her title card. I loved her title card. I was here for the title card because it looked really good. So she was talking to her sons, right? And I think her sons are what, 15 years old now. Those boys have really grown. Y'all remember when Garcelle wrote that? Because her boys were little when she did that. When she wrote that email to her ex-husband, when he was cheating on her, and she put the business out there. So those were little bitty boys, and now they're 15 years old. Wow, how time flies, right? So she was talking to them, and they feel like she's not really around because they feel like they're being bounced around because they stay with their dad, but then they also stay with her. And that's something that you kind of have to deal with when you are parents of, when you have children and you divorce, you run that risk that your kids may feel that way. So she wants them to be more open with her. Now, again, I don't remember which one of her sons it was, but one of them said, like, I don't feel like you really, I don't need you to raise me no more because I've done a good job by myself. I was like, ooh, now that's not something that any parent wants to hear. But I will say, that is still a good thing in a way. You might not be around, but that does mean if he says he's raised himself, that means that you've instilled some things in him that he knows right from wrong. So, I mean, I felt bad for Garcelle, but it's not necessarily 100% a negative thing, especially if you've been there all the time with your boys. That just means that he probably needed you at a pivotal point, but because of tools that you've instilled in him, he was able to do it on his own. But let me know what you guys think about that in the comment section below as well. And we will pause here and move forward, you guys. All right, guys, so next up is Kyle and Mauricio. Now, you guys know that the situation with Kyle and Mauricio are that now, I did see that Kyle was on Watch What Happens Live with none other than Teddi Mellencamp. I was like, wow, Teddi? No shade to Teddi, but Teddi? Okay, girl, you really vying for your diamond back. I know a lot of y'all can't stand Teddi. I don't really have a big problem with Teddi. Me per se, I don't have a problem with Teddi, but I know a lot of y'all in social media world do not like Teddi. But that's neither here nor there. But so yeah, they want to Watch What Happens Live. I do believe that Kyle has said that they're not separated. But so what are y'all doing? Neither here nor there, because I find Kyle and Mauricio very confusing. I found Kyle confusing, and Mauricio and I said the same exact thing in this episode about Kyle, because he didn't know that Kyle had some more tattoos. So Kyle has 5 tattoos, and Mauricio didn't know that Kyle had these tattoos. So he was like, don't get. He told her not to get any more, and she was like, you can't tell me what to do with my body. And I agree with Kyle in that aspect, right? But Mauricio said it after I was thinking it in my head, that I was like, I think Kyle is rebelling. And Kyle says, no, she's not rebelling. I'm like, girl, I think you are. Like, I think you are doing a little bit of rebelling, because she was talking about how, she had to be where her mom wanted her to. Kyle, got a question for you, sis. Are you trying to tell us something? Because I do believe that you are definitely trying to tell us that you like to, or, click with the kitty. No, ain't nothing wrong with that, Kyle. It ain't absolutely nothing wrong with that, my good girl. But yeah, I'm just wondering, Kyle. I'm just doing a little wondering. Again, nothing wrong with that, boo. Nothing wrong with it at all. But I definitely do want you guys to tell me your thoughts and opinions on that. And we shall pause here and wrap up the episode, you guys. Now, you guys, I honestly did not mean for this to happen, right? Because I honestly meant to get her out of the way earlier. But with the revelation that I just found out about Miss Dorit, because Dorit actually opened the show, and I actually kind of want to open up the review with Dorit. Because, like, how in the hell do we open up the episode with Dorit of all people? Oh, Baba. Y'all know how I feel about Dorit. Y'all know Dorit is not my favorite person. Y'all know that Dorit gets on my nerves with talking about Bubba. So Dorit is inviting over a woman who calls herself the Eaglewoman, right? And the Eaglewoman came with her assistant, Blue Raven. I was with PK. What's your government name, sis? No shade. So they're both spiritual healers. So Dorit wants to get all the girls together because, at the last season, the whole group was just in a kerfuffle. So she just wants them to get together and just, release and heal, right? I was like, y'all can release and heal for sure now that Renna is gone. Renna was the biggest problem last season, especially the stuff with Kyle and Kathy. Renna was at the center of that. We'll talk about that as well in just a little bit. So, and I was also looking, did Dorit and PK live in a different, because you guys know Dorit and PK are notorious for up and moving into a different house. Dorit, please, for the love of God, do not, because I saw the trailer and she was talking about that robbery in the trailer. I was like, oh my God, Dorit, can we please move on? But I did hear somewhere that they had been, someone else had robbed them after the last one. Y'all know how I felt about that robbery last season, and it is what it is, right? So, like I said, the spiritual healer, Eaglewoman, is supposed to be helping the girls get together and, work through their issues so that they can move forward. Now, we know how the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is, right? They'll probably put a pin in it for right now, but it's going to be some more mess that comes up later in the season. So we see as everyone is getting ready, Kyle is letting us know that she's very nervous about going because of everything that's happened with the group. And more specifically, she's still feeling a way about what happened at the reunion when, Renna and her and Kathy, right, had their situation. And like I said, I'll definitely discuss that in a little bit of detail later, but we'll talk about it. So, Erica is feeling a little bit of way about it as well going there because of how she was last season. And the thing that blew me with Erica was the fact that Erica was literally defending her behavior. I was like, how can you defend your behavior? You were so nasty last season. You were nasty to Crystal. Oh, I don't give a damn about the victims. Who cares? What about the victims? What about me? Like, I just can't get over that. I really can't. I just cannot get over it. I promise you guys. But yeah, so she's worried about that. And this is when she got there, they were like, oh, Ozempic. She's like, Ozempic? This is not Ozempic. This is hormones. I was with Doreen. Unless hormones are spelled Ozempic, you's a fucking lie. So Erica also felt like she was protecting herself a lot last season. What were you protecting yourself from, ma'am? Your husband was the one who did what he did. What are you protecting yourself from? You were protecting your image. That's what you were trying to protect, was the image that you, I don't know how you were trying to protect the image because you looked nasty. Okay, so we're in season 12. You looked nasty season 11 and you looked nasty last season. So what were you trying to protect? Inquiring minds would love to know. So then she's talking about her good friend is gone, and they showed that Renna sent an email late one night. It was like, I think it was after midnight, that Renna sent an email to I guess like their production company or to Bravo and said that she quit. You guys know that Renna's going to be on American Horror Stories on Hulu. So, okay, if you guys watch American Horror Stories, go check it out. Renna be on there. Will I be watching? I don't know because I've never really watched American Horror Stories, so I don't know. So after that, the ladies are all being introduced to Eaglewoman and Blue Raven. So Dorit was the first one to go. And so Dorit told Erica, like, I have an issue with you, Erica. And so she tells Erica that her issue with her is the fact that when we were at BravoCon and the question came up, who do you think would be the next to divorce? And you said me and PK, she felt the way about that. And I was like, oh, okay, you felt the way about that. And I was actually with Erica, and you guys know her lately, I ain't agree with Erica. I actually, it's so funny. Like a few weeks ago, I went back and I watched one of my videos from last season where I was like really, really pissed off at Erica and Renna. And I said that if both Renna and Erica return this season, I wouldn't mention them. But I thought, after the reunion, I was like, you know what? It is what it is, right? I knew for a fact, I was like, with Renna, I just can't continue because Renna was annoying me. Renna was really getting on my nerves last season. But I was like, with Erica, I was like, if Erica comes back for another season and she's on the same bullshit that she was on the last 2 seasons, I'm gonna continue to drag Erica. And I don't know what I think Erica's gonna be on a different wavelength this season with her in this Vegas residency that I've heard the ticket sales are piss poor because the tickets are dirt cheap. But you talked about Denise Richards' OnlyFans package was $7.99. Sounds like about the same as your tickets, girlfriend. So you two are in the same boat. But people are probably paying for Denise more than they are paying for you. But that's neither here nor there. So Erica also. So yeah, Erica did ask Dorit. So are you and PK in a good place with each other, right? And Dorit didn't. I don't think Dorit answered that question. But what I will say is, it'll come back up a little bit later in the episode. But what I will say is, Erica was like, well, she didn't want to answer the question. And they did show that she didn't really want to answer the question, but she was being a little flippant and saying she didn't want to answer the question. But she got up and answered it. And so she said when she did that, she was being a showman. And Dorit in her interview was like, no, you were being a bitch. I was like, well, I concur. I agree with you, right? So Erica apologized to her. And Dorit was like, I expected you to apologize. And I was like, Dorit, why of all people would you expect Erica to apologize? Erica has not ever apologized. I don't remember any time that Erica has apologized on this show. And least of all to you. Girl, whatever. So Erica then brought up how for the last 2 years of my life, I have been feeling, like very alone because, I was getting it from every end. Okay, and what does that have to do with anything? Like, if you had came in and been a decent human being, people wouldn't have come at you the way that they did. People really came at you the way that they did because of how you came in season 11, season 12, especially season 11, right? Because season 11, we were right on the heels of this whole situation. You did not come in like someone, and like I've said numerous times, and I know people disagree with me, but like I've said numerous times, I don't think Erica knew anything. I think she may have had inclinations about things, right? But I don't think Erica knew 100% what Tom was doing. So if Erica had came in season 11, and instead of telling those lies about Tom and the woman in the car flipping over 15 times into a ditch, Tom and the woman being in a ditch, him clawing his way home, then the fact that when you took him to work that one morning, you had already packed your bags to leave, then on top of that, your son, when he flipped in the snow. Like, if you hadn't came in season 11 with all of those lies, I think people would have looked at you. I think people would have treated you a whole lot differently than they did. But you came in season 11 trying to play yourself as a victim because you played it off that Tom was cheating on you. You played it off that Tom was abusive to you. All of that stuff. Then you played it off that Tom was, going through his dementia, right? Everything that you've done, you made yourself the victim. If you didn't do that, I think people would have been more on your side. Then last season, you made yourself look 10 times worse than you did season 11, and I don't know how that was. When Crystal asked you about them damn earrings, and here's the thing, I didn't have 100% issue with what she said about the earrings that she would give. I didn't have an issue. The problem was that you just said, who cares about the victims? What about me? Everything has always been about Erica, and nobody else. What you could have said in that moment about those damn earrings was, you know what? I'm okay with giving them up, right? I don't have a problem with giving the earrings up, but I want to go through the proper legal channels. If, if the judge says that I have to give up my earrings, absolutely. If that don't make those people whole, absolutely. But as of right now, I just want to go with the legal process, and I just want them to tell me what they want me to do. Easy peasy, right? But no, like I said, season 11, you were the victim. The victims were not victims at all. Erica Jane was the victim. Season 11, it was, I'm cold and I don't give a damn about these people. So look at me. Tom did this to me. Tom left me with this. everybody's coming at me with this. It's all about, remember, like that's how you've been these last 2 seasons. So if you had came in a different person, a lot of the viewers would have had so much, a different outlook on you. But yeah, you want to blame everybody but yourself. You're the reason why. But it is what it is. So then Kyle talks to the ladies about the fact that she feels, she felt the way at the reunion because when she was there and, her and Kathy were going through their thing, nobody said anything. I think she's also trying to say that, when it comes down to not Dorit, but Sutton and Garcelle, that they're only, because you guys know that Sutton and Garcelle are really cool with Kathy. I know they went to some of her parties that she had, like for Christmas and all that stuff. I feel like Kyle was trying to say that they just, sucking up to Kathy because of who she is. Do I believe that? A little bit. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I can see it. Shit, hell, I do it too. Shit. Who am I gonna lie? If Kathy Hilton came up to me and said, "Oh, I know you from YouTube. How are you?" I'm like, Kathy fucking Hilton. And she's like, "You want to come to a party?" Girl, yes. What is the dress code? Like, hell the fuck yes. I would go in a heartbeat. But, it is what it is, right? But here's the thing that blew me, and I'm so glad that Garcelle said it. Because she was like, but you felt like we should have all said something, but you never once went at the people who went at your family, Renna and Erica. And so Kyle is like, well, Kathy came from me and my family. We didn't see it. Do I believe that Kathy probably has, and I said this before, and I said this all last season, when it comes to Kathy, Kyle, and God damn it. And Kathy, Kyle, and Kim, right? When it comes to Kathy, Kyle, and Kim, I do feel like their relationship is a very dysfunctional one. They're sisters, so I definitely do believe that they fight with each other, but I think that they love each other as well. But I definitely do think that those sisters have a lot of deep-rooted issues that they need to work through. And so, I mean, the thing that annoyed me last season was just the fact that Renna got involved in it. Like, if Renna had stayed out of it, I don't think that things would have been so bad between. I don't think that things would have been so bad between those two if Renna had stayed out of it. But let me know what you guys think. Like, I want you guys to tell me your thoughts and opinions about that in the comments section below. So after that, we see Dorit and Kyle, right? So Kyle is still basically making, Kathy a bad person, right? Do I think Kathy probably has her ways? Absolutely. Do I think Kathy probably got some mean streaks to her? Absolutely. I do believe it, right? Now, this is where we got to the point where Dorit was talking about that her and PK was having some issues, right? Now, this also leads me into what happened, what I was talking about earlier. So I just saw that after 8 years, Dorit and PK are living separately and they are going through a divorce. I was like, well, damn, Dorit, you was mad at Erica, but she wasn't lying, was she? You owe her an apology. Were you trying to keep up a front for, or did she blow your storyline?
Our f***ing storyline.
She probably blew your storyline. There goes our fucking storyline. There goes our storyline. My favorite thing from Renna. But you guys, let me know what you guys thought about this episode in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel. Turn your post notifications. Share the video, you guys. Until the next time, stay safe. Take care of yourselves, you guys. Wash your hands. Be blessed. And I'll see you guys in the next one. It always happens with Beverly Hills, you guys. Beverly Hills reviews are always like one of my longest of the Housewives reviews. I know it every season that they gonna be some long ass videos. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video because you guys have almost 30 minutes out of me with this Real Housewives of Beverly Hills review. So you guys also, I know that I did not go live for the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. So I'm gonna watch Salt Lake City tonight or tomorrow. I gotta watch Salt Lake City and then we'll go live tomorrow. And I also gotta watch Married at First Sight. And what else I gotta watch? Sisters. So yeah, I'll see you guys. So Sisters will be up. It is 10:30 now. So Sisters should be up somewhere around 11 midnight, 1 in the morning. Keep an eye out for it. And then, like I said, Salt Lake City will be tomorrow. We'll do live Salt Lake City tomorrow, and we'll probably be throwing a little bit of Beverly Hills. We can discuss Salt Lake City and Beverly Hills tomorrow, and Married at First Sight. So I will see you guys later. Bye, guys.